between here it's really a therapy exercise for shoulder, for the whole rotator cuff. There's 4 major tendons or muscles that make up that rotator cuff. A lot of people get injured in that area, but it's a good exercise just to do to keep the internal shoulder strong. So not usually you'll do it with a single. I'm going to do it with a double right now. But what you want to do here is you lock off, you keep your elbow like it's glued to your body. You can even, in therapy, they'll have you hold something there so you don't come off. Then what you're going to do is just do a right angle. So you find tension in the band and just go a right angle and back. 90 degrees. That's it. That's your internal rotation. Okay. Then you would turn around. You're going to start in the ending position of the other one. Get your resistance and pull it away. So I've got to change my angle here a little bit. I'll show you this way so you can see it a little better. So that's on the other side. And that's my external rotation. And that way. Okay, now I want to get more into that upper lat. This is more like doing a pull-up or a lat pull-down. Like you have the bar at the club, you'll see, and people, you've probably pulled the machine before. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to simulate that lat. Nice wide grip, wide stance on this. You can hold, stabilize your position. The lower you go, the more you're going to be able to stretch up. So right there at about a little right angle, I don't want to pinch the shoulder. You feel the shoulder blades pinching together, you've gone too far. When you feel them engaged, that's good. And you squeeze your lats here. 1, 2, hold 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I like to do everything and work my whole body in there. Stabilize, work the legs. So I'm thinking, here's my lats, stomach, resist, leg, lunge, lat pull. So you can break them down and isolate them, or you can work them all together in one even motion. But even though you put them together, you still think of contracting and squeezing each one individually. Think of each exercise separate. You can work that same lat pull here, that close on what we talked about, at that angle as well. Singles, high to low. So this would karate guy be punching somebody about 6'5" here. So for those big guys. Now we're getting to those real nice angles for the biceps here because we have that upward motion. So now we're going to get a lot more resistance. So again, you can work all those different positions to save time. Work a single. Now the key on this, you got to be careful. The tendency, I'll show you on this side, is to come, muscles done shortening here. Look where that hand is, kind of pointing down at the shoulder, edge of the shoulder. What most people do, keep the elbow in place, will do this, pull in too far, and then they also rotate, which can injure your shoulder and you lose the bicep muscle. So stay high up on this, elbow high, just pinpoint the shoulder. I'm going to move away for a little resistance right there. Perfect exercise right there. Full stretch in the bicep, working the legs as well. Nice bicep exercise. So here we've got that natural high up, elbows stay there, that nice extension. Now there's 3 heads to the tricep. Most tricep exercises only work 2. When you work the overhead positions or motion, you're going to get all 3 heads of that tricep. So you're really going to get a lot of bang for your buck. So we also can isolate one side and work those singles. You can do those with your lunges, with your squats, whichever way you want to work them. You've also got your low to high, back to the hip. Be careful not to move that elbow. Very traditional tricep exercise. High to low, elbows stay in place, and press down. You can do this from a neutral. You can do it from your lunge. You can do it with a squat. Elbows in place. Most people you see with a rope, and they're doing this at the club. Very good tricep extension right there. I like to actually work them out at a 45-degree angle, much tougher. Straight down, you can lock and hold it. Holding that angle, 45 out, and coming up is a lot tougher. Believe me, try it and you'll see exactly what I mean. Okay, now we've got our shoulder exercises. We're going to work the upper or superior shoulder right now. I work a lot of shoulder because it can be the weak link in the chain. All exercises I've done right now, either going through the shoulder joint that I've shown so far or stabilizing with the shoulder joint. So keep that weak link strong. So overhead press, and tendency here, when you're going up, Newton's third law of motion, equal and opposite reaction. So when you push up, you're going to tend to arch back, and you got to combat that. Maybe even think of leaning forward a little bit. Keep your hands, again, very important on shoulder exercise, in that plane where those hands are in front of the shoulder to protect that shoulder joint. So military press, just keep right angles as if you had a barbell straight up. First, I'm just going to stabilize and isolate. And don't release too far down. You want to keep the muscles to release. I want to keep them working. They've stretched, but they're holding isometrically. 1, 2, hold 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with the squat. And again, you can work those with lunges. And you can alternate. That's your military press or superior shoulder press. All right, now we're going to work the medial shoulder. People always ask me, how do you get that cut between the shoulder and the tricep here? Work that medial shoulder, and that's going to be a lateral raise. Again, I want to emphasize, keep your hand in front of your shoulder, and when you finish lower than your shoulder, a lot of people do this, I'm over-exaggerating, but they'll go up into these muscles, and you're really losing that muscle there. You want to isolate this, up, and down. Pause. Let's repeat that one. Up, hold 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, hold 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, with the squat. So hand in front of the shoulder and lower than the shoulder. And that's your lateral raise, working that medial shoulder. Hold on. Back shoulder, we're going to do a vertical lift from the front. And I always finish this one as if I was making like a karate punch. And in the mirror, I would be punching with these two knuckles right inside my shoulder joint. Avoid going outside. That's going to strain your shoulder. So stabilize. We're working in opposition. We're going to lift up just to that position and stretch down. Up and down. And again, you can switch sides and change your legs as well. I'm just showing singles right now. Okay, low to high is a really good position to work your bicep because your elbows are going to be down lower easier. So I'm going to start with the wide ballet squat. My hands are turned out at a 45-degree angle now. Elbows in. So we have two heads of the bicep. You want to work them both medial and lateral. This is going to emphasize that medial area. Okay, I'm going to come out a little bit. Get that lunge. Try to keep the elbows in position. And again, you can stabilize with the body. Work the legs and the biceps together. From that, on that low to high, I'm going to go a double. You'll get a really good isolation curl. Squat. I can get a rotation here into a lunge. I like to do that. It's kind of like a boxing or a karate uppercut, so I can get some other sports moves in there. So you can get creative with these exercises. There's a million exercises. These are the basics, basic muscle groups. I'll show you an ab routine. I'll show you different things you can do later on another video. Be well, everybody. Stay safe. Get your exercise in at home. Again, 33 bucks. Right now, Amazon's delivering in a couple days. Go for it. Bye-bye.